Your parts are your parts. Now this is what they want, and I know this is pissing some sisters off. What they wanted you to know is, when your man is with you, as long as he treats you like you are the only woman on earth and makes you feel like the empress you are, what he is doing when he is not in your face is really not your business, as long as he doesn't bring anything to you. And if you allow the man to be open with you about what he's doing, then between the two of you, you can protect yourself from his promiscuous behaviors. Okay? Because he's not your property. They said you don't own him.
Stop owning shit.
Now, what they said is this. You got to look at the rest of the world and understand how you got messed up. A den of lions, the lion stays at the den with the cubs, slapping them around all day. Man, get away from me. Get away from me, man. Go play. Go on. Go on. And the lionesses go out and do the hunt.
Right.
And bring back the food.
Right.
If you got the job, you go get the, you bring back the stuff. They also said, look at a chessboard. Where is the king? Always in the castle. The queen is all over the place kicking butt. Why can't you be the queen kicking butt? Why do you have to beat up on your king? That's what they wanted you to know. Take it or leave it. Yes, sir.
That applies to every mammal on the face of the earth.
That applies to every mammal on the face of the earth?
Female goes out.
The laws of nature.
All
Yeah, now they said again, if the brother can get a job, that's good. But if he cannot, don't try to make him feel like he's less of a man because he can't impress the white man. If you impressing him, you go impress him. Men do very good with children, and children that have a father around, whether the father works or not, as long as he ain't on drugs, on drink, and beating the kids or molesting the children, those children grow up to be the most wholesome children you have ever seen. Yes?
Just to validate on what he said, in many cultures, when it came to farming, men were not even allowed where the seeds were being dropped. Bay energy was not allowed in the area.
I can believe that.
Always controlled. Go anywhere in the third world country, women do the farming, not men.
And you're right. The energy is always, even with carrying water. You can't carry no water, you man. Y'all got that testosterone thing, and there's something wrong with the testosterone. Now, we understand. Now, a lot of sisters have the problem with the men. Is like, man, if I let him take my car, when I get off work, I'm standing out there, he don't even pick me up. He out somewhere riding up down the street with some other woman in my car. And they said brothers need to fix that. You need to handle the business. Don't be so messy with it. They said some brothers are just too messy. Y'all need to clean up your act.
Y'all need an education.
Well, that's what I'm just telling you what I was told to say.
Keep talking.
Okay. Now, these Europeans, does somebody have their hand up? I don't want to overlook anybody and move forward before I answer that question. Okay. These Europeans, how are we doing on time, sis?
We're good.
Oh, okay. These Europeans, to avoid the plague and all the disease, as well as the taxation and oppression, they started running wherever they could go to get away from whatever they were running from. And when they ran, they brought with them their diseases and their gangster mentality and their gangbanger behavior. Now, what they used to do is they would fight their way into other people's villages, people that didn't want them. Y'all got that disease stuff. Go back, go back, go back. They would come in and fight and battle their way into your community and run you out your stuff. Well, that's what they did here in Africa. That's what they did everywhere they go. They're running from whatever they're running from and bringing their madness to you, and we are becoming infected. We have become infected with their ways, their behaviors, their belief system, and the whole 9 yards. Now, the reason they did that is they were looking for food, shelter, escape, and abundance. And that's why Alexander the Bloody is Alexander their Great, because he was their great killer. Go kill and take, go kill it and take. Go kill and take. Okay? Let's see. They wanted you to know that France, London, Germany, Sparta, also Scotland, and England, the human side of those places were nauseatingly filthy, overcrowded, and the drinking water supply was full of dead cats, dead dogs, fecal. This is their drinking water. Fecal matter, all kind of bugs, piss. And they knew people were drinking the water. They just go dump shit in it. They go piss in it. This is their behavior. Now, keep in mind what America looked like prior to their arrival. Look at the water now. Look at the air now. Look at the lands now. Now they try to make it look like their neighborhoods are just so clean.
Right.
You know, and our neighborhoods are so dirty. But how many people know what's going on in the house?
Always said that. Always said
Because it's real nasty.
Nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors.
Everybody saying, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. They also said priests, monks, and nuns are Roman Catholic soldiers. Don't you ever forget it. Now, one of the things they wanted you guys to know about is that when these people started running, the Pope and them and the Roman Catholic soldiers wanted to bring the flock back into the Christian fold and bring in new subjects as well. That's how they came over here. When they influxed here and made a swarm of infection here, they had to build so many. As the Irish and the Scottish and all these people came running, or the Franciscans came running here, they had to keep building more Catholic churches to keep up, to handle this populace. And everything is about this whole thing. Right now, America is a part of the Roman Catholic Church, and I'm going to keep going and bring that out in a minute. But I need to make sure I don't overlook any of these notes, things that you guys are supposed to know. There's something that they were doing called write this down so you can research this word. It's called AD, Patris, AD, separate word, P-A-T-R-E-S, ad Patris, which means to the fathers. They had to bring people ad Patris, which means to the fathers, but it's defined as dead. When they bring you to the Father, you're dead. And most people that you know that are Christians are mentally dead. They don't have a clue and they don't want a clue. Okay? Now, let's see. The Christian church, which you guys already know, is headed by the Bishop of Rome, which you just looked up, which is commonly known as the Pope or the Papa or the Father, which means Father. In the 9th century, from then till about 1520, the word church only meant Western Europe or Western Asia, which is Europe. Now it's darn near the whole planet. China may not be, and that's because at one point when China was becoming infected with this Christian belief system, they just got where they killed off all the Christians because they were infecting their whole political process. The same thing happened in Japan. When Japan became infected, the Japanese killed off every Christian because they were infected. Unfortunately, we haven't figured out that part yet. And that's kind of what happened in Haiti. I don't know how many people know about the Toussaint Louverture, but it wasn't so much him as it was his right-hand man, Dessalines, the lion. Dessalines, he decided one day that he wanted every pink person on the island dead and hanging from a tree by sunrise. He made that I want every white person on Haiti dead by sunup. And by sunup, a lot of people were dead, but not everybody. This was the problem. And this is the problem that our people are going to have, if and when anything ever jumps off. What happened was, Dessalines soldiers, a lot of them were half-breeds. Well, man, I can't kill every white person. My mama was white. My granddaddy is white. And they had that kind of dichotomy of loyalty. When you have your loyalty split, you can't be on any side. And unfortunately, our people are very infected because a lot of us have that, you know, these half-breed people that if anything ever goes down, you can't get to the white boy because you got to go through these niggas first. Okay, when I say niggas, we're not niggers. Niggers is them. They're the nigger. They were coming here wearing knickerbockers, and knickers means to cut, and they're cutting everything up and dividing everything up. Niggas and negas and nagas is another word for God. And I'm going to give you these spellings to look up at a future date. N-E-G-U-S, for those that don't know the definition, and N-A-G-A-S, for those that don't know the definition. Those were just melanated people that were, for lack of better words, gods. And you know, I don't like gods because that means German. Your hand is up, sweetie?
Yeah, when you was talking about add patrons,
Mm-hmm.
you said it was of the Father.
To the Father.
To the Father. Okay, now you said that any dead entity.
No. The phrase ad patris, when you, in Latin it's ad patris. It translates in English to the phrase to the fathers. But when you look it up in a Latin dictionary, the definition of the word ad